Hey everyone. Today's care package is a little different because it's not from Mexico, it's not tequila, it's not mezcal. This is from up north in America, Indiana State to be exact. I've never had anything from Indiana, so this is going to be a first. And it is called Redemption Rye. Those of you wondering what is rye, it's different from bourbon. Mostly what you get in terms of whiskey in the US is bourbon, and that's made mostly of corn. Rye, as the name implies, is made mostly of rye, and then there's barley, and maybe there's a little corn thrown in, but clearly not as much corn, mostly rye. It has to be 51% rye by US law to be called rye. This is called Redemption. It's from Indiana. I've never tried it before, but it's aged in oak barrels. It's considered a very fine version of rye. It's made in what they call the pre-prohibition rye revival. Apparently before Prohibition, a lot of people were drinking rye. After Prohibition, the tastes in the US turned more towards bourbon, which is where it stands today. But a small but growing number of enthusiasts, whiskey enthusiasts, are beginning to drink more and more rye. So you'll see and hear more about rye, I guess, in the coming years. Here in the Philippines, there's a pretty good selection, not like mezcal or tequila, where you're left mostly with really commercial brands that aren't that great. If you want really good mezcal, you have to buy it abroad. Because Southeast Asia is a strong whiskey drinking region. There's a wide variety of all kinds of whiskeys, from Scotch to Japanese to Taiwanese, and even American whiskeys. So there's not a lot of American whiskey likers here. Most people here will do Japanese or Scotch, but I really like American whiskey, particularly rye, because, as I said, it's not as sweet. It's very smooth. You can taste the grain. It's got a nice finish, but it's elegant. It's aged well. You can drink it neat, even at this temperature. Normally, it's a little humid, a little hot. You want to have a little ice in your whiskey, but in this case, it's smooth enough that you can drink it neat. It's not tequila, it's not mezcal, but it is what I would call, in my limited experience, a pretty good straight rye whiskey. Redemption. For all your sins.